everyone, this is Erin with Three Birds Yarn Studio and Lizzie Knits, and today I want to make a video talking about tinking or unknitting, and this is how the technique you use when you've made a mistake and you want to rip back some stitches in the same row. Or if you're uncomfortable like ripping all the way back, take your needles out, you can tink back one row and then you can tink back a whole second row underneath it. But really what this is showing, I want to show you how to go back a few stitches when you make a mistake. This is a great follow-up for all of our new customers who have taken classes and learn to knit. You understand the stitches, you understand knit and purl. So your next step in learning really is how do you fix your mistakes? So let me show you how to pick up stitches to go back within a row. Okay, I have a swatch here. Let's get started. Okay, so what I have here is a swatch showing some knit stitches and some purl stitches. And I'm going to, let's pretend all these stitches are on my right needle because I just finished this row. But let's say I want to undo this row and undo this row on the needles, and I want to go back to the row underneath. This is helpful if you need to take out the whole row and start fresh, or let's say you're like, I have a weird stitch in here. Let's tink back to that stitch. Okay, so step one really is figuring out what you're looking at. So just look at my swatch. These stitches here are purls, these are knit. You can tell these are knit stitches because under every current stitch on your needle, there's a little V. So this was the stitch from last row. I knit this stitch last time because I have a little V. If your stitch looks like this with a little bump underneath or a little horizontal bar, this is a purl stitch. So side by side, knit stitches are the V, purl stitches are the little bar across. Okay, so part of learning how to tink back your stitches is stitch recognition too. So I'm gonna start with tinking back all the knit stitches. All right, so basically when you look at a stitch, stitches are just a whole bunch of loops coming out of other loops. So that's my current stitch, and last round I knit it into the previous loop. They're all loops. And when you have a stitch on your needle, and this is important, I know we talk about this in class, but since every stitch is a loop, you have a left leg and a right leg. When it is on your needle, the right leg always needs to be in front. Okay, and every stitch on this needle, the right leg is in the front. If you have the left leg in the front, then that means you put a little twist in it. So then when you start knitting, those stitches will have a twist and they'll be a little tighter. This is a common mistake for beginners. So if you're ever unsure, make sure it's oriented correctly. Right leg in front, left leg in the back. All right, so when we're tinking though, basically I want to take all these loops off and I want to go down to the previous row of loops or stitches. I want to go down and put all these on the needle. So like I said earlier, every current stitch is just coming out of a previous stitch, a previous loop. So when I want to get rid of this stitch and I want actually this stitch back on the needle. So what I do is I take my left needle and put it under the right leg of that stitch because I want the right leg to be in the front. So then I can take off the old stitch and undo the yarn. Okay, I just undid one stitch. I am unknitting. Okay, next one. Next knit stitch, because it's a little V. I put the needle through the stitch, but sorry if it's out of focus, through the stitch and under the right leg. Then I can take the old stitch off. I won't drop a stitch because I already have it on the needle. So when I take out this yarn, stitch is already on the left needle. Okay, we just go ahead. Here's another V. Put the needle under that right leg. Take the old stitch off. Okay, Here's my next one, under the right leg. Take the old stitch off. Okay, so it's starting to look like this. I'm taking apart this whole row. And then if you want to start going a little quicker, you can, like this is usually how I do it. I'm just picking up all those right legs, and now they're on the left needle. So when I pull this yarn out, I'm undoing those 4 stitches. Okay, we'll do another knit stitch. Take the yarn out. Okay, there's my loop. Put the tip of the needle under the right leg. Okay, take that yarn out. A couple more here, and then we'll get to the purls. Sorry, I'm trying. Keep it in focus. Kind of hard. So I'm undoing this entire row. Or if you had a mistake in the middle, just tink back to that mistake, fix it, and then continue knitting again to the end of the row. Okay, so here, another knit. Right leg is in the front. Okay, there's that loop. I say it's a V, but when you stretch it out, it looks less like a V, but it really is just one loop. Every knit stitch is a loop. Okay, final knitting stitch. Under the right leg, take the old stitch off, pull the yarn out. All right, I unknit, I tinked all of those knit stitches. So if that was where my error was and I want to keep going, and like I fixed it, we look good now, then I could go back and finish my row again the correct way. All right, but now let's keep going and talk about the purl stitches. So purl stitches, the yarn wants to be in the front. Let it be in the front. Just like when we were tinking the knit stitches, the yarn was in the back. I should have mentioned that part. Yarn is in the front. These are still loops under that little purl bump. They're just in the opposite direction. They're facing forward instead of facing back. So even if you want to give your yarn that's in the front, because we purled, the yarn wants to go in the front. If you stretch it out a little to the left, you can see that loop. And you're going to tink again exactly like a knit stitch. There's the left leg, there's the right leg. So if I pull this out a little bit, I want to go under that right leg, okay? And take the yarn out. Okay, another way you could do this is literally, and this might be a little easier actually, there's 2 ways to do the purls. Go under that purl bump. It's the same concept of having then the right leg in the front, the left leg in the back. Okay, actually, we'll do that. Okay, let's take the left needle and go under that purl bump. Okay, the stitch is secure now on my left needle. I can get rid of the old stitch, pull the yarn out. Okay, again, it's just picking up those loops. Under that purl bump, get rid of the old stitch, take the yarn out. Okay, so if we kind of stretched it out and showed you again, that's the loop. Go under the purl bump, because then that puts the right leg in the front, the left leg in the back, take the yarn out. Under the purl bump, take the old stitch off, take the yarn out. And again, so if your yarn is in the front, you could do a couple of them. Only if the yarn is in the front, because then you can pull out a couple at once. Pick up that purl bump, pull the yarn out. Pick up the purl bump, pull the yarn out. Okay, we can do, oops, make sure you're only picking up the purl bump, not your current stitch. So yeah, I went under the purl bumps. I did 2 at a time. Take it out of 2. Last one. This one's always a little trickier at the end of the row. Their stitches tend to be a little sneakier, and it's harder to see what's going on. Sorry, let's focus. Okay, it looks like it. Nope, that's the current stitch. Sometimes I just take it all the way out, and I ended up dropping another stitch. I actually ended up dropping another stitch, and that will happen. Either you can flip it over and just work that stitch, or sometimes I just poke the yarn through and make the loop again. It's the edges, the first and last stitch are kind of always, they're a little looser, a little harder to see what you're doing, but the loops are there. All right, I unknit. I started here. I unknit all the knits, and I unknit, tinked all the purls. And tinking is knitting, knit spelled backwards. So we're backwards knitting. There's many phrases for it: tink, unknitting, knitting backwards, all the same concept of ripping back some of your work. Okay, so for some of my our beginners, I've had this question too. Like, let's say you actually need to go down to one more row. Okay, this happens, and if you're not comfortable taking your needles completely out, ripping back, this all takes practice, and you'll get more comfortable and more confidence. But for now, let's say I want to take out even one more row. Just flip it over, and let's start tinking again. Same thing. Okay, these are knit stitches this time. So right leg goes in the front. Right leg goes in the front. Okay, we've already done this, but you can just keep doing this. And if you got to rip out a couple rows of your project, just get to the end, flip it over, rip another row out, tink another row. So either way, this is how you unknit and tink. So let's say I got to my error. Okay, I had a weird yarn over or something. I fixed it. I tinked back to here. I fixed it. Now I can carry on with my row as normal if you go back and fix the issue. Okay, I hope that helps. Like I said, with all these Learn to Knit classes, you're a beginner, you're getting comfortable. Learning how to fix mistakes is kind of your next step in learning. So have patience, and trust me, we all make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. I'm tinking back. We all do it. And side note, this is the same concept if you're knitting in the round. You tink the exact same way and go around the circular needles. All right, everyone. I hope that helps, and I hope that if you're frustrated at home and practicing, maybe this will make your life a little easier. All right, happy knitting, everyone.